Hi, this is Jay Shaw, and I'm answering a question my friend asked, which is, how should we balance reflecting on our past and looking ahead to the future? So, I haven't, I read it. He sent it to me yesterday, and I read it, and it's a question about past and future. And in the past, I didn't really think about it because I haven't got a question like this before. But what I would say is that both past and future exist within our minds, right? So, because right now, at this very moment, for me now, I am here in front of the camera speaking, sitting, thinking, and speaking, and looking into a light. For you, if you're watching this very moment right now, you're perceiving me on a screen of some sort and type. You can hear me, you can see the image of me, and that's the thing that is current, that is present. The past, the past is always just a thought. It's our memories, and it's not specifically exactly what happened because we can never fully capture or perceive. It's what we took out of it, and then it's how we remember it now. So, when I was 6 years old, okay, I remember being on the playground in my elementary school, and I remember that now. I remember running around. I had some friends and stuff, right? Right now, I can remember like 1% of that experience. But if you took me back to the day after it happened, which is when I was 6 years, old, the day after this encounter on the playground happened, I would remember it really well. And I'd experientially remember it. Like, I'd think, oh, I ran here, I went there. And I was also smaller then. So it was more personal and real to me then. I know the names of the friends that I was with, and I know exactly who I was with. Today, though, I don't remember. I don't. It's such a vague memory. It's 20 years later, and my body is different. For me to run around, it's just a memory of me running around because I can't even envision myself being 6 and running. I can't feel that. So that's the past. And it's an inaccurate recollection of the past because memories can never be fully accurate. There are certain facts you can take out of them, certain specific words, certain sensations. You can never capture something in memory as vividly as you can capture it in the present. If I look around right now, I can perceive a whole host of colors. I feel there's a fan above me. I see this phone camera in front of me. I see all sorts of stuff, right? And I'm feeling the wind on me from the fan. I hear my own voice, right? This is what the present is. And as soon as I finish making this video, everything I just said, when I watch it, that description I just gave, it will be experienced as if it's me describing what I was experiencing then. But even me hearing it and thinking about it again, I won't be able to relive this moment. So my point is that, well, I guess I don't know if I had a point exactly in saying that, but with regard to the future is entirely, it's not totally unpredictable, but it's largely unpredictable. And a lot of times, the more closely we fixate ourselves on certain molds of the future, certain outcomes we want from the future, the more narrow minded they can be. So, for example, when I was 15, or maybe when I was 12, I wanted to be a lawyer. Not because I knew about anything, not because there are people in my family who are lawyers, and I thought it was a good career because they told me it makes money, and I thought I'd be good at it. I didn't actually want to be a lawyer, but I was preparing for that. I took my writing very seriously. I studied very hard at school, and it's a good thing that I didn't follow through on that specific path because that's not what my path was supposed to be, actually. But as I knew it when I was 12, the future looked like I was going to be a lawyer. But my image of the future was wrong. But had I stuck to the lawyer path, regardless of any flexing or changing, given how my nature changed, how much more awareness and knowledge I had as I grew and was exposed to more and became more open-minded, had I stuck to the lawyer path, I'd be in a bad position for me because that's not what I would want. That's not what my destiny is supposed to be. That's not how my life should be expressing itself. So how should we balance reflecting on the past and looking to the future? I think that everything should be understood in relation to now. You know, everything should be understood now. I don't know what that means exactly, but I think that means that when you see the past as just existing in your mind at present, and when you see the future as just existing in your mind at present, they both lose a lot of the power that they could have had. Of course, it's important to plan for the future, certainly for the near future. Of course, it's important to learn from, mistakes that you've made in the past, and you know that because you did it and you've suffered as a result. But how do we balance it? It's person by person. But most important is to realize that you're living now. Live and experience fully what's happening now, because that's much more real than our ideas about the past and what we took out of the past, the specific things we took out of the past. And it's more real as well than anticipated things from the future. And that way we can move and shift with reality as it truly is, rather than based on ideas that are contained only within our mind. Ideas are important, clearly, and in many cases they're more relevant than the immediacy of the emotion we may feel. So for example, if I know that I need to continue going on my run, I need to go, for a certain amount of minutes, and I'm starting to falter, and I feel like, oh, now I want to stop because I feel tired, I can stick with my idea. I have to finish, right? And through a deep, understanding, I'm gonna know I must finish. I will finish no matter how bad it feels. This will be better later. Sacrifice my future present happiness for happiness later. Better fitness and more satisfaction. That's all good. But what I'm talking about are ideas that are stuck within our mind, that are just based on who we are, who we think we are on this imaginary timeline, which again is always changing and which we can't actually faithfully and truly predict, because life throws curveballs at all points and at all times. And things happen that are everything that happens except for what happens within your own person is out of your control, and no timeline you keep within your mind can encompass the gigantic realm of uncertainty that is surrounding. So those are my thoughts on that question.